The desk was going to be split, kind of like Twitch chat here, but instead, nobody wants to respect Guild, and I feel like maybe nobody on the desk actually watched the Winter Major, because if you did, you would have seen Nolly popping off, hitting every single double tap. You give that man any space on the backboard, and he is going to make you pay.
Already things getting spicy. Nolly and Guild on the approach. Devo, not much boost. Oh, and Zamway's able to save that out. Devo got a little bit awkward in the air, slowed down too much.
Oh, that's it.
Devo again, the shot. That was too high, and Devo gets stuck on the post.
Oh, man, that is tough. I was on his cam settings, and I saw exactly where he was going. He just got a little bit too under the ball, turned his car in an awkward angle, and right out the gates, you can see Gildar swinging. And you think they would have gotten one there, but still they want to keep that pressure on and just try to starve out this Giants defense.
Yeah, and a lot of times when you come in too hot on a ball like that, you can't just hit it with your nose. You got to go for that adjustment, but it's not as reliable. Devo missing that one high. That was a very good chance for Guild to get out to an early lead. Demo not only taking out Itachi. And up until that last major, Guild has been a force to be reckoned with, Turtle. So you can never really count out Giants. The Death's not counting them out, certainly.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the Giants, while they had a tough major, not the best showing, lost both of the games or series that they played, they were still, I'd say solid. I believe they went to Game 5 in both of the series, narrowly missed out. But Guild, it was the opposite story. Guild popped off, I think, at the best performance we've seen out of them in this season. Throughout all of RLCS X, they made top 4 in the majors, and they're looking solid. Nolly, again, with 0.96 goals per game. #1 in the major, highest shooting percentage. You just got to hand that man the ball, and maybe he'll do some work and some magic on the offensive side.
And Devo backing him up. Devo, player who's been around for a very long time, former world champ. And he seems to make things easier for everyone on the field that he plays with. Gels so well, but there, I don't even know what to say about that, Turtle.
This is what happens when we compliment anybody on the field. We're talking about Devo saying his impact and a little bit of a rough start to that aerial, and he can't get any piece of it. That one's just going to float in.
You know, he was 100% expecting to go into the corner. He was not thinking that there was a chance that ball was going on target, completely catching Devo out. So a sketchy start for Devo. Not only did he mess up that play on defense, but he missed that early scoring chance.
Yeah, that's just a double whammy right now in this first game, especially against the Giants. I don't think the Giants have actually lost one of the 2 first games of the series so far in this bracket. They've been so consistent right from the jump, James. It seems like Giants come out, know what kind of play style they're going for, and they execute rather well. Meanwhile, Devo on the other side can't find the net on this opportunity either.
Yeah, the Giants so consistent. Really all season long, all splits. Aside from that poor major finish, they have continually performed very well. And, that Itachi pickup has only been proven to be the right move the further we get in the season. The Giants looking so comfortable, even on defense, keeping these shots out. Now, though, downfield, a team bump. Nolly will let that through, and Itachi tried to half flip back, but that team bump, that just threw the Giants into a tough spot.
Yeah, it started with a team bump, but then it was just even more chaotic because Nolly couldn't get the read off the backboard. Tho was the one who got the booming clear in the corner. He had all that time to follow it up, transition on offense, and get a really nice looking shot, all tied up, 1.5 minutes. This has been one of the weirdest first games in any series, James, but I'm loving it.
I mean, from the replay angle, too, you saw how far away that Nolly was from that ball. So, and you saw Itachi, from his perspective, he thought Nolly might be able to get a hit on it, so it forced Itachi to actually jump a bit earlier. But Itachi, instead of jumping there, was able to kick it in reverse. He might have been able to get to that ball, but regardless, though, very well-placed shot. We've got a game. Steak waiting upfield, goes for that.
Devo
sneaks it in. Steak, the surgeon.
Oh, and this all started with the new pickup, Itachi. You can see him find Steak on the other side. There's barely any space he can hit this ball where Devo can't get the save. The one spot is directly above him, crossbar down, and he nails it.
That was fantastic from Steak. Devo, you can expect to see him third man quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it's not looking like the best day for Devo so far, being that third man.
It has been rough, absolutely rough. He's been put, I think, every single time in a situation where he has got to come up clutch, or Guild is going to take a huge blow on the defensive side. That's either with letting in both goals so far for the Giants, or missing that opportunity that would have tied up this game.
They're still in it, though. Got to get one more. Nolly popping it up, though. Off the backboard, Nolly jumps. Zamway hits it downfield. Devo's there.
Oh, Devo's there.
Shot. Itachi, he jumped around that attacker that was trying to bump him and was still able to get that save. Itachi, one of the most entertaining defenders to watch in Europe. And the Giants sneak away with a win. That came down to the wire.
Wow.
Itachi coming up clutch.
Yeah, now you got to think what happens if we go into game 2 and we've got a better Devo, a better performance from this man while he was at the top of the scoreboard. It was pretty rough, and I don't want to, be too critical of him because it's just the first game getting those jitters out. But Devo, he steps it up even by a couple percentages. That could change everything, James. He was slightly off on the shot. Even in the final few seconds where we saw that final opportunity for Guild, Devo, instead of going for that shot, you go for the pass over to Tho, who was in the corner. You could find some kind of movement with the ball with that transition instead of just giving it away. So Devo, we look to him to make a difference, and there's not many changes you need to make. If you're Giants, you got Itachi holding it back or holding it down in the backfield, James.
Yeah, and the Giants looking good. But, I mean, at the same time, Turtle, you could also make the argument they did leave some gaps that Guild was able to attack. But, they were fortunate that Devo was not accurate with his shooting. There was the shot that he missed. It was a great pass back. He had a very open net, wasn't able to connect. And then also panicked a little bit off that hit off the sidewall that ended up finding its way in. So Guild, minus those two mistakes, if you take those out, it would have been a very close game. Maybe Guild would have been able to sneak away with it. So we'll see how they clean things up. We've got the next game coming.
For this team, I mean, a lot of what Guild tries to do is have Tho be that aggressor, make a lot of plays, and set up Nolly for that follow-up shot, who's one of the best at striking, I'd say, even in this region, for sure. And we haven't seen too many opportunities that, run out into the midfield. A lot of times, Tho is getting a solid 50, or Devo even on the offensive side. But the Giants, they pushed up a little bit with their defensive line, and they're getting in front of them, and they're hitting double taps like that from Steak. My goodness.
Well-placed shot, but the defense is there. Itachi back passing. Lovely touch by Zamway to bring that up the wall to himself. Gets the center as well. Devo streaking across to make the save. That was lovely possession play by the Giants.
Well, that was not so lovely. As well. Steak was in the air.
Itachi with a rare miss as well.
The double tap. How did he recover? Itachi somehow got back on the backboard, found another hit after the initial whiff. This is some very, very odd defense, James, but it's working out.
And now another double commit. Steak and Itachi. The deflection comes through. Tho wanted to find Devo in the corner. Nolly to himself. Well challenged by Steak. Itachi to the side. Can't double it. Didn't have enough boost. Did pick up the mid. He'll be able to turn for this. Stay on it.
Ooh. And we look at the clears as well from Guild, James. It seems like they're not really finding too many people. You see a little pass connection right there for Nolly, but it doesn't go anywhere. Meanwhile, every time the Giants find a connection on offense, there is a finishing shot that is putting and applying pressure to the defense of Guild, but Nolly could do it himself.
I was thinking this might get saved, and it was so awkward. Steak trying to bump Nolly first, holding in break. He tried to flick it up. He got close.
Yeah.
But that's about as hopeless of a situation as you can be in as a defender. Still,
like Steak even overflipped. Like he over-rotated on the defensive save. couldn't get a touch, and then just got bumped by the dribbler. Now Devo's trying to make something look even better for the second goal here. Nothing much, but Guild, that was a very awkward play yet again. This has been a different series.
And even though you saw those Guild mistakes last game, they still kept it within 1.
Yeah.
And this is an important win that they're going to have to pick up. It's such a better situation to be in, not having to go down immediately into that lower bracket, having a chance to qualify.
Yeah. I mean, just one game, James. One game in this series. If Guild can hold on for the next 2 minutes, they clinch top 2.
Pass over Devo. Going for the backboard. Now Stake off the ceiling. He's going to put it down, and it's stopped by Tho. Itachi. Oh, that's an awkward touch. Tho trying to get it back. Another back pass from the Giants, and that's one thing that has been working out for him quite nicely, is just bringing it back to their own half, trying to regroup, keeping that possession.
The movement with the ball, like you said, James, the possession. They're trying to find a player on the other side, which is why I honestly feel a little bit more confident for the Giants coming into this game. Even though they're down 1 goal, it seems like they are much more planned out whenever they move on offense. You just got to stop with those simple mistakes. So that unfortunate bump from Nolly earlier on that you can't really control.
Oh, this is another awkward situation. Nolly not able to find a shot on target. You saw the defenders. They were struggling in net.
Oh, the bumps from Nolly as well in the corner.
Crossbar and out.
Well, this is just chaos from Nolly every time he touches the ball. I think we're seeing more and more wacky, wonky stuff like this flip reset. I don't even know what that was. It stalled a lot of time, let his teammates get back on defense, and now we'll see if they can look to transition yet again.
Wasted a lot of time holding that flip. He made you question whether he even got his flip there. But Guild happy to waste that time off the clock. Final 30 seconds. Head up, chance for Itachi, but...
Oh, the fake!
Tho doesn't make contact, and Itachi pushes it by him!
Hold on, we gotta see this again. I'm not sure if this was planned as a fake. It seemed like Tho thought Itachi was gonna get there way earlier, find contact much quicker, but instead Tho just flies right above the ball, and Itachi's there to glide it in.
And that's always a risk.
Oh my.
When you're coming on those challenges, Turtle, a lot of times you think they're gonna go high, so you try to predict that, and as a defender, you just go high, but if you're wrong and you go low, you see what can happen. Itachi, that was a wonderful way to tie things up. Tho gonna be kicking himself for that. And we've got overtime.
Think of it is, James, I don't even blame who is it? Tho for going high there. That's the safer bet.
Yeah.
And yet we have Itachi, who for some reason decided to go for the shot. Maybe he knew he was going to get a fake. That's a great pass out from Zamway off the ceiling. We have such high-flying action right now on the offensive side for the Giants. They are up and so quick to the ball, but then all of a sudden you hit the brakes and you fake out Tho.
We saw, though, they were a little overextended. 2 defenders streaking back. Now Zamway reaching for that save. Itachi handed it off to Zamway. Zamway gets tackled by Tho.
Oh, another back pass, like you were mentioning, James. Keeping the possession, but that's not going to work out because Nolly, of course, is going to secure top 2 and win their first game in the series.
And Itachi, a heavy-handed touch, got away from him. Nolly, wonderful finish, and Guild will get the win there.
Oh, yeah.
So top 2 looking good, and Guild going to be happy about that, Turtle.
That's where Nolly always fits in best on this roster, is that follow-up striker. And the crazy thing is, a lot of times, whenever you have a follow-up striker, he's not even getting the goal 80 or 90% of the time. He's just trying to make the defense waste some boost. But Nolly is that good of a striker that he can find the back of the net so consistently that you don't even need the third man in the backfield, James, to come up and clean up whatever happens on the defense. Because Nolly, he's going to hit it regardless. So, again, he steps up huge. 2 goals for his name at the top of the leaderboard, and he's looking strong.
And this seems to be the case for quite a few Guild matches that I've been able to see. They have these series where it doesn't even look like they're playing at their potential. They're making a few mistakes here and there, but they are still in it. They still keep games close. And in games like this, they were able to pull ahead and get the win. In the last game, we saw some defensive, offensive mistakes coming out of Devo. This time, tighten things up. And not only, you even think back to that chance he had earlier. There was a ball floating up into the mid. 2 defenders were awkward in net. He didn't even put it on target. But still, the amount of chances that Guild was getting, you give Nolly enough chances, he's going to start hitting his shots because, that's what he's known for, Turtle.
Exactly. And meanwhile, on the other side for the Giants, they're kind of going for a style that will break down the defense over time. They're not trying to rush in with very high-powered shots. Instead, they want to go for a couple more passes, try to move the ball around and make you waste boost. But it worked in the first game because you had Devo, who was a bit confused with his positioning. Now that Guild have cleaned it up, you're going to need more. Or you could take this. I'm not sure what happened here, James.
So this is one of those double kickoff scenarios where the ball doesn't really go anywhere, and then it's up to the people who are cheating up to do a good job. Devo, he got obliterated on that 50.
I think Nolly just likes going for shots regardless of which side of the field he's on. We take that. We take that. I like it. Keep his striking in top shape for this matchup and continue on in the series.
And sometimes that happens. Better to get it out of the way early.
Yeah.
Giants. Possession game has looked good at times, Turtle, but sometimes on defense, they've looked a bit awkward, stepping on each other's toes. We saw that one play in game 1 where they had team bumped each other trying to get back.
Oh my goodness, that one.
What? Did Steak have no boost here?
I mean, we're looking at his rotation right now for Steak. He's all the way in his own corner trying to get boost. And even that rotation seemed a little bit wide. Whenever you see him come back, he didn't really cut in right away. Instead, taking his time, didn't expect the shot to come on net. And it's risky positioning for the defensive Giants.
A little bit too nonchalant, getting back.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they don't expect these early shots on net, but once you realize that Guild are kind of giving the ball away, you could capitalize and maybe get a good counterattack if you are in position for that.
So a quick recovery. We're right back where we started. But if you're a Guild fan, you're already happy. Guild with that last win, securing top 2. Steak. Gonna drop that down now. Tap into the middle. So backboard pass. Nolly denied. Hitachi, a good jump. Well, you see Devo with some mind games coming in, playing that slow. Nolly missed making contact. He got his flip back up off the ceiling. Did not use it very well.
Oh, look at the space and all the time Devo had. Not the best touch, but they're just keeping the pressure on. Like you said, Devo was going for a couple of mind games, always known to dribble a bit more on this Guild roster, which I've noticed recently he's come through with those crazy mind games. And he has looked so much better, James. I can't express how difficult it is when you have such a rough start to a series to get yourself out of that mentally. And you can tell that the communication, the positivity is there in comms.
Now Devo low on boost. He's going to have to manage. And he did well enough. He was able to hit the ball in an awkward spot to buy time for his teammates to get back.
Oh, what a pass.
Got opportunity. That one going high.
We had a midfield pass from the Giants. It was clean. It was almost like the exact same goal Guild got to win the previous game. But for the Giants, instead with that clean midfield touch, shooting accuracy a bit off, and the Giants, that could have been the opportunity to get back in the lead.
That seemed like the moment. So, plenty of boost. He'll tap it. Take it off the backboard, low clear. Itachi back up high. Pass into the middle. It was the right idea from Itachi. It just was not far enough out. Double tap didn't connect. Devo, low boost, back-to-back saves. Devo making the play.
That defense from Guild has not broken up with rotations, positioning. This is the first double commit actually we've seen in quite some time, and still Tho is there to air dribble it out, waste a little bit more time, and let Devo get in position to force an awkward touch from the Giants.
The defense from Guild That's been what's keeping him in it. Devo, a lot of times, low boost defensive plays, which always makes it much harder. Zamway going for the 50. It's going to kick off to the side. Steg gets the boost, leaves that for Itachi. Itachi, center ball. Zamway, the shot. Easily saved by Nolly. Zamway staying in the play, but this one will be cleared out by Tho. Itachi pops it up over him, but it's back to Nolly. Steg over to Zamway. Zamway is going to take it up into the air himself. Going for the backboard pass. Itachi catches, flicks it up. Steg going for the shot, and it's high and wide.
How many opportunities have we seen from the Giants where they get this midfield touch, and then the shot is too weak? Here's another one. Steg off the backboard. This could be it. Put it in the net. He finally finds that accuracy, and the Giants get a well-deserved goal.
And they were peppering the net. They were passing it in the box.
It's about time.
They earned that one. The Giants taking the lead in the final minute. The passing, it wasn't really yielding much fruit, but it finally has in a big time.
Yeah, and I think that speaks a lot to how relentless this Giants offense is. It's super easy to get too desperate, go for a couple of extra boost pads, and overextend and overstay your welcome. But the Giants were able to keep those shots, like you said, peppering on the net, and eventually something will work out.
Zamway. Air dribble, pushing it quickly to the backboard. Wanted to go for the double, but Tho had it read. Now Nolly up very early. A lob shot. Zamway on empty. Will tip it to the corner. Steg might also be low on boost. And this is high again. Zamway.
Oh,
it's still airborne. Steg tapping it down, and a dive will keep it air.
Devo. Oh.
And the Giants, they still hold on. The games they've won. Hey, they've had some nail-biting finishes, but couldn't do it in those final seconds. Giants.
Yeah. I saw Devo coming in from the side. I thought maybe he could find the angle to get the buzzer beater. I would have loved to see it just so we get, another crazy overtime, another chance to maybe break a world record for RLCS. But unfortunately, we don't get the buzzer beater. No overtime. Like you said, Giants looked so much cleaner on defense this time. There were a couple of mistakes still. I'm thinking back to that awkward boost grab from Steg. But other than that, it just came down to them finding accuracy, which took some time, but they managed to keep the opportunities coming.
Itachi and Devo squaring up in a defensive show match. You saw 6 saves there from Itachi. Itachi, we talked about his defense quite a bit, Turtle. Always so natural with his reads off the backboard in the air. But, his former teammate Devo also making some defensive plays, or known for making defensive plays. This series, or that last game, he did a very good job on defense. Game 1, not so much, but Devo, we saw him low boost multiple times, making defensive stops, slowing down attacks.
Yeah. Well, and what's so great about that play style is it's really a support role for the star players on your team, like a Nolly, or maybe you've got Zamway, who can then come in clutch with some crazy mechanics. I believe we were the ones who were casting that Zamway ceiling pinch, so you have no idea, what these guys have to offer on the pitch, always coming out with creative mechanics. And Devo and Itachi give that space up to their teammates to let them do crazy plays and let them find shots. But if they get presented with the opportunity, they're going to strike too.
Drop shot, and you see him stuck in net. Nolly making things more complicated, making Steg jump. And that was an important attack there by Nolly, getting that jump, because that opened up that gap small enough, or large enough rather, for them to score through. So well done.
Just got to make the defense jump, James. Show the presence. Be aggressive. And Nolly, he's not scared to go for those bumps, try to tilt, stake. And yet again, we've got a very, very good start from Guild.
Yeah, and when you jump and you're airborne, you lose a lot of mobility. You can't make those quick turns. It's so much easier if you're grounded. Oh, and a quick response, Itachi. And you see Nolly trying to touch that down. Itachi just follows his own hit. Zamway misses, but worked out for Itachi.
Yeah, and that's a fake from Zamway on Devo. Devo was waiting in net, tried to be a little bit more patient, because he thought Zamway was going to have an angle or some faster touch into the midfield. Devo didn't want to go up early because of that positioning. Zamway didn't get a touch, and you've got the Giants tying things up.
So, high lob, Steak. Hit that one hard. Good speed from Itachi. Devo roller towards net. Though didn't want to let Zamway roll that one up and go for an air dribble. We've seen what Zamway can do in that situation.
Oh, Nolly. Oh. That was a scary play. Nolly, we rarely see him miss those off the backboard.
Double commit there from the Giants, but... Oh, and that actually is going to cost them! Oh! Devo finishes it off! There was a chance. It seemed like it might not go in, but that double commit... I didn't think they were even going to get punished, Turtle, but when you lose a 50 that bad...
Well, Nolly came up all the way to the left side of that challenge, used the back of his car to get a better 50. I don't even think in that situation you go for the shot. You just want to win the 50 because eventually it'll set up somebody like Devo.
That 50. That was quality. Now Nolly. The lob, it's going to go off the backboard, and then Itachi makes the same follow-up. Zamway falling from the backboard, but he can't reach it in time. Guild score again.
It's too clean. I think Nolly actually got a touch on Zamway too. Nolly, the first hit off the backboard, then used the rest of his boost to go for a bump on Zamway. Devo and Tho were able to follow up with touches of their own. And of course, you've got a Guild offense that seems to be fitting in rather nicely against this Giants defense.
And Guild, they're looking in form right now.
Double tap.
As we approach that halfway point of the game, Guild got 2 goals separating them from the Giants. The Giants going to try to battle back.
Oh, the midair pump. He got him.
Oh,
my goodness.
And what I loved about that play, Turtle, was you saw it once that initial player lost or yielded control of the ball to his teammate. He was just trying to block in front of him, prevent anyone from coming up for the challenge.
And if you just were to look at this game, you know, randomly, a lot of times you think Nolly's just wasting his boost going for some random freestyle, but in fact, he's going for the mid-air bump. He found the contact, but though didn't get that double tap. I would have loved to see it again. And you can see the creativity from everyone on Guild. Give Nolly another one, James. This is a much better offense from Guild that we've seen all series long.
That was a beautiful pass, though, setting it up. And that's what you dream of, you know. If you're a striker, you love taking shots, which we know Nolly does.
Yeah.
It's such a treat to have a ball put on a platter like that for you.
And I think Zamway is a bit frustrated. He's seeing Nolly on the other side. He's thinking to himself, you know, I'm the striker for the Giants. I need a couple of more setups myself. I would love to get that for my teammates, but a lot of times they're starved out from boost, and it seems like Itachi and Stick can't get those 50s or the setups that Zamway desperately needs.
Devo off the ceiling, and the speed in the midfield. It has been heavily in favor of Guild this game, and you saw that dive. I believe it was from Zamway. You know, when you dive in, if you're low on boost, you're going to be out of the play for so long, and it makes things so much more difficult to defend. And you're sitting there 2v3 for a while. Steak. And Devo didn't get the best hit. Steak at the bump. Oh, and almost an own goal. That is not how you draw it up, but it works.
I don't know how Itachi actually kept his flip there. Maybe he came off the ceiling. I wish I could see that again, but he flew in, kept the flip somehow, and got all that power, which is what surprised the Guild defense. Maybe another own goal for Devo, but either way, this is too much of a dominant showing. Even if that one had slipped in and there was a mistake on defense, Guild certainly going to take this win.
So comfortable in the back. Now Nolly to Tho. Tho is denied, but Nolly trying to return the favor. That was a nice pass over to Tho, but so many defenders in net, it was going to be tough to break through.
Yeah. Oh, Nolly's off the ceiling. Okay. It feels like we're watching the freestyle tournament another time. These guys just keep going for some creative plays left and right. You've got mid-air bumps, ceiling, mid-air pre-jump passes from Tho and Nolly, and then Devo with some mind games. What more do you want if you're a fan of Guild?
That's a tough question to answer. I guess you could say a Game 5 win, Turtle.
Yeah, that would be.
Game 5.
But
Game 5 now is going to be coming down to this one against the Giants, who started off looking pretty good. Guild struggling out of the gate, but now Guild in full control.
Yeah. And I mean, on the other side, I don't think this was a horrible showing from the Giants whatsoever. There were a couple of great looks, and we talk a lot about Nolly. It's just because he's getting setups. That's why I keep mentioning you have to find a way to give Zamway the ball, give him some space, open it up, and that could be with demos. That could be with physical plays that Nolly has been going for himself to open up other space for his teammates. There's multiple different factors. Meanwhile, for the Giants, we just see a couple of good looks with the midfield passing. There's not really much else that they're offering on the offense.
And sometimes those double commits, they just get you. And on top of, in that situation, the one where the 50 was lost high in the air, normally you're not even getting scored on that in that situation when the ball's that high up. But things just seem to go wrong for the Giants. And now they're going to have to fight off this Guild squad that's looking good. Game 5 here on Champions Field.
Even with just time on offense, I believe in the last game, Giants had, maybe 4 shots to Guild's 12. Seems like they can't transition out. A couple of missed touches, the double commits, you clean those up, and you've got Itachi with the same vision, finding those passes. The Giants certainly can take this game 5, or at least keep it close.
You're going to be keeping your eyes peeled, looking for those early mistakes. Both teams struggling at times to be on the same page. We've seen a few double commits on either end. Itachi gonna go for a double. Gets it off the backboard. Devo got there in time, however.
I like the aggression we're seeing from Zamway. That is new. Something where he's extending that rotation, taking some boost. Now Nolly gets some revenge, though. And Itachi has to do a little bit of magic off the backboard. His recoveries, James, have been flawless all series long.
Oh, and Devo! A changeup! Perfect placement as well. Nolly, you saw him swirling around.
Oh my goodness.
That was beautiful, Turtle.
I love that you called it a changeup because you can see Devo stop boosting, slow down his car a little bit, and get the slower shot. That looked so simple yet so fancy at the same time because you see him stop boosting.
And it is fun to watch players do that. They use that speed change as just another weapon that they can pull out. Devo, so creative. You were talking about that earlier. Devo is one of those players that just entertains. It's not standard Rocket League when you're watching Devo do new things.
100%. And even with Devo in the major that we just watched, he was popping off with dribbles. He had a mind game and the OT dribble winner against Oxygen, constantly popping off as that third man, and he comes in clutch. And I think at this point we can't even be surprised about it.
Devo has more than made up for that slow start. The Giants, they've lost 2 minutes, down by 1. Devo gave it up to Itachi in the corner. Itachi over to Zamway, who was sticking close. 50 off to the side. Stake, not much boost to do anything here.
Good control.
We'll push it by, and he doesn't get that corner boost, so he'll be out of the play for a second. Cleared up to the middle, though. Back towards net. Devo, the back pass. Itachi, who's going to leave that for Stake. Panic. See a demo trade now. Zamway against Devo, inflict it early. Devo going to stay behind that ball.
Rotations for Guild so quick to get up and find a touch, but the Giants have slowly been improving their offense as well. Look at the passing, the connection to Zamway, but the shot was not there, Zamway. You need to have another take at that, or at least possibly get another opportunity. That has got to be painful, James.
And it's not looking any better. You saw that center, and now the double commit. Boost getting drained out of the Giants. Devo gonna lob that to the corner. Nolly, pass off the sidewall, and now it's cleared back down, but the possession was given up. even though the pass didn't connect. You saw how it made the Giants panic.
Oh, that's
and
it.
now
That's
Nolly
it.
gonna put in the second goal for Guild off another gorgeous pass from Tho.
Oh, 2 touches extra in the air from Tho. Gets it over to Nolly. All the space is there and the time for him to find the accuracy. The Giants had somebody rotating in on the corner, but it wasn't enough. He wasn't there in time. Looking for boost, Guild strike, and they look far too mechanical right now in this game, James, to go down whatsoever.
And you know, Turtle, when we talk about Tho, you know, we expect that mechanical play out of him, that clutch, you know, game 5 scoring type play, but Tho has been such a brilliant playmaker this game, getting these passes up to Nolly and just making plays. It has been a treat to witness.
But it's almost like Tho and Nolly, since they had made it into, you know, I'd say the upper league coming from the Rivals series. Now here in RLCS playing against the best of the best, they've developed alongside each other and they swap play styles constantly. Sometimes you've got Nolly popping off with the solo plays and Tho is the one setting him up. And then on the other side, you can get Nolly winning those 50s like we saw earlier on in the midfield, setting up Tho. They go back and forth. The duo of Nolly and Tho seem to be too strong for the Giants.
Especially when you add in that third from Devo. But there's still hope for the Giants.
There's a chance. Need something now.
Devo, it's in. He slots it lower corner.
Yeah.
And all the wind is getting taken out of the sails of the Giants.
Oh, and you just feel for Itachi. He had the pass perfectly read, but was just a little bit too fast going into that read. Couldn't get in front. And then you've got a free setup for Devo, who, of course, like we just talked about, the consistent rock on defense for Guild. Gonna set it up and put that one in.
Only one shot for the Giants so far this game. Guild, a dominant game 5. And these final seconds gonna come and go. Slow start from Devo, but man, did he heat up Nolly with some beautiful shots. Tho, the distributor, and Guild will take this one in game 5.
After that first game with the whiffs, the mistakes that we saw, I was worried for Guild. Giants looked clean. The vision was there from Itachi, but Guild turned it around. You got the duo of Tho and Nolly. You got the dribbles from Devo, the saves from him as well. Too much for the Giants to handle, and they take it in game 5. I love to see a performance like this where you can turn it around that easily, James.
Oh yeah, Guild is a fun team to watch. The Giants, you know, you see what makes them so good, what makes them so consistent, but Guild, their stock is rising right now, and a big part of that is due to that bedrock that you have with Devo in the back. Not only is he playing defense, but you see that the creativity that he's got to come in as that third man and also be a scoring threat. And then you want to talk about scoring threats, Nolly, crazy this game with his shooting. And yeah, Guild, if you're a Guild fan, this is going to make you very happy.
And Guild, they're coming into the split fired up. They had the best performance in the winter major. So at that point, you come in here, you have full confidence, you know how you want to play, you have the footage to go back and rewatch to see what you did well, and they executed in pretty much the same style. You had Devo, third man, clutch as always with the saves. It was a rough first game, but other than that, solid performance. Nolly and Tho doing what they do best on offense, and the creative plays when they're dribbling in the air. This is a Guild team that you have to watch out for.
You certainly do. Guild upsetting the analysts. They all picked the Giants. Now they've got some explaining to do. Back to the desk.